Good evening. It's Monday, August the 11th, 5:30. We'll call this meeting to order and ask Councilwoman Woods to lead us in prayer.
Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we come about heads and humble hearts. We come repenting of our sins and ask you to forgive us those sins. But we ask that we do things decently and in order. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Councilman Marcello.
I'll stand, salute, and pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
Councilman Marcello.
Here.
Councilman Hooper.
Here.
Councilman Godfrey.
Present.
Councilman Reynolds.
Here.
Councilman LeBoux.
Here.
President Larkin.
Here. Visitors docket is set aside for anyone who wishes to speak on anything not on tonight's agenda, and we ask that you fill out a card ahead of time. Tonight we have Ms. Bernadine Mays. Please come forward, state your name, your address for the record, and you'll have 5 minutes.
Thank you. I ain't know you got this advance. I'm nervous, so yeah. But in any case,
Name.
my name is Bernadine Mays. I stay at 603 North Street, DeRidder, Louisiana. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Anyway, I didn't know I could talk to my councilman, otherwise I would have. But I've had an ongoing problem in my neighborhood with a couple of pit bulls been running loose. I called the police department several times. It's been going on for about a couple of years now. I called the police department several times about the situation. And the last time I talked to them, they gave me the number to animal control and told me to call them. So I called animal control. Animal control said that they would look into it. Whether they did or not, I don't know. They'll be tied up for a while, and then he let them loose again. At this point, about a couple of weeks, they've been loose for about a couple of weeks now. I won't say last week, a week before last, I was walking, and one of them started coming at me after telling it to get off. I don't know the dogs. And then Saturday passed when I was taking my walk. Everybody knows I walk. I'm a walking person. I do it for exercise and enjoyment. Saturday when I was taking a walk, two of them come at me, and it scared me so bad. And they came barking. A young lady was passing by. I don't know if she know me, but I didn't know her. But she stopped, and she told me to just go ahead and keep walking. I'm gonna drive by slow by you. Just in case they come back. And that's what she did until I got to my turn. They had some other guys on the other street, on Piper Street, saw it. And they said, we saw those dogs, and one of them gave me a knife to carry with me. And believe me, I had it with me. And I don't want to hurt nobody's dog. I mean, I'm a lover, but I'm asking that they do something about these dogs. He'll tie them up for a while, and they're loose. I'm fixing to be 62 years old. I'm too old to be trying to run from a dog. And that's all I'm asking, because I went to the police. I called the police. I called animal control. These dogs been running loose for, as I know of, for about 2 weeks now. They've been running loose. And so I'm just asking that they do something about them before they attack somebody's child. And not just me. Please. Thank you.
Chief Richard, do you want to add in? He'll be the one you talk about.
Ms. Mays, you said you know who the dog owners are?
I don't know his name, but they call him Smurf.
Smurf?
Yeah, they call him Smurf. He stayed right across from Church of God in Christ, Northmore Church of God in Christ.
Okay.
In the little White House.
All right. I'll get with you here after the meeting. And
Okay.
Get your phone number, and I'll talk to you more about it, and we'll get that taken care of.
Thank you. I appreciate it. He had about 5 or 6, maybe 7 pit bulls in his yard.
Okay.
I'm not saying they all run loose, but they do be running loose.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Bernie.
Thank you.
We have no amendments to the agenda. The July 28 minutes have been distributed. Are there any corrections to the minutes? There being none, the minutes are approved. We have no awards, bid awards, approval of bids, ratifications, condemnations, or resolutions. We'll move to ordinance introductions to Mr. Williams.
An ordinance authorizing the city of DeRidder through its mayor to enter into a contract with the Division of Administration of the Office of Community Development, State of Louisiana, for assistance in a water main upgrade project located at Brinson Street, and repealing all ordinances and partial ordinances in conflict herewith. has appropriated funding for the fiscal year 2024-2025 Community Water Enrichment Fund program, and whereas CWEF offers grants in eligible municipalities and parishes for rehabilitation improvements and new construction projects for community potable water systems, and whereas the city of DeRidder is in the interest of ensuring safe and clean drinking water in DeRidder, is seeking funding for assistance in a water main upgrade project located at Benson Street, and whereas the city has been granted $50,000 for the fiscal year 2024-2025 CWEF program to fund said project, and whereas the city council of the city desires to contract with the Division of Administration of the Office of Community Development, State of Louisiana, for said project pursuant to the contract, a copy of which is attached hereto and made a part hereof as Exhibit A, and therefore be it ordained that the city council of the city authorizes the city through its mayor to enter into a contract with the Division of Administration of the Office of Community Development, State of Louisiana, for assistance in a water main upgrade project located on Brinson Street as set forth in Exhibit A hereto. Be it further ordained that all ordinances and partial ordinances in conflict herewith be and the same are hereby repealed, thus done and adopted on the 25th day of August 2025 by the City Council of the City of DeRidder, Louisiana, sitting in regular session, duly convened in council chambers at DeRidder, Louisiana.
May I have a motion for introduction?
Introduce and read.
Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. May I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcello?
Yes.
Councilman Hooper?
Yes.
Councilman Godfrey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Councilman Reynolds?
Yes.
Councilman LeBeau? President Larkin?
Yes, the motion having been approved, the public hearing is set for Monday, August the 25th, 2025.
An ordinance authorizing the city of DeRidder through its mayor to enter into a contract with the Division of Administration of the Office of Community Development, State of Louisiana, for purpose of installing a subsurface drainage system on Alexander Street and clean out of the Ellis Road ditch within the city limits, and repealing all ordinances and partial ordinances in conflict herewith. Whereas the Louisiana legislature has appropriated funding for fiscal year 2024-2025 local government assistance program, and whereas the local government assistance program offers grants to eligible municipalities and parishes for a wide range of projects to improve public health, public safety, living conditions, and for economic development purposes. And whereas the city of DeRidder does hereby find a need to install a subsurface drainage system on Alexander and clean out of the Ellis Road ditch within the city limits, whereas the city has been granted $50,000 from the fiscal year 2024-2025 LGAP program to fund said project, and whereas the city council of the city desires to contract with the Division of Administration of the Office of Community Development, State of Louisiana, for said project pursuant to the contract, a copy of which is attached hereto and made a part hereof as Exhibit A. Now therefore be it ordained that the city council of the city authorizes the city through its mayor to enter into a contract with the Division of Administration of the Office of Community Development, State of Louisiana, for the purpose of installing a subsurface drainage system on Alexander and clean out of Ellis Road ditch within the city limits as set forth in Exhibit A hereto. Be it further ordained that all ordinances and partial ordinances in conflict herewith be and the same are hereby repealed, thus and adopted on the 25th day of August 2025 by the City Council of the City of DeRidder, Louisiana, sitting in regular session, duly convened in council chambers at DeRidder, Louisiana.
May I have a motion for introduction?
Move to introduce.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilman Hooper?
Yes.
Councilman Godfrey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Councilman Marcello?
Yes.
Councilman Reynolds?
Yes.
Councilman LeBeau?
Yes.
President Larkin?
Yes, the motion being approved, the public hearing is set for Monday, August the 25th, 2025.
An ordinance moving the city council designated meeting date of the fourth Monday in May of 2026 to Tuesday, May 26, 2026, and repealing all ordinances and partial ordinances in conflict herewith. Whereas the home rule charter of the city of DeRidder states that the council shall hold regular meetings on the second and fourth Mondays of each month unless changed by ordinance, and whereas the fourth Monday of May 2026 falls on Memorial Day, a designated federal, state, and city holiday, and whereas the city council of the city of DeRidder has determined that the public interest would be best served by moving the May 25th, 2026 council meeting to Tuesday, May 25, 2026 council meeting to Tuesday, May 26, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. And whereas the amended council date shall be reflected on the January 2026 through December 2026 schedule of council meetings to be adopted by ordinance and published in the city official journal pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statutes 4219A1A. Now therefore be it ordained that the city council of the city of DeRidder finds that it is the best interest of the public that the May 25th, 2026 regular scheduled city council meeting be moved to Tuesday, May 26, 2026, and said date be reflected on the January 2026 through December 2026 schedule of council meetings to be adopted by ordinance and published in the city official journal pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statutes 4219A1A. Be it further ordained that all ordinances and parcel ordinances in conflict herewith be and hereby are and the same are hereby repealed, thus done and adopted on the 25th day of August 2025 in regular session duly convened by the City Council in council chambers in DeRidder, Louisiana.
May I have a motion for introduction?
I'll move it, please.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilman Godfrey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Councilman Marcello?
Yes.
Councilman Hooper?
Yes.
Councilman Reynolds?
Yes.
Councilman LeBouf?
Yes.
President Larkin?
Yes, the motion being approved, the public hearing is set for August the 25th, 2025.
An ordinance ordering and calling a special election to be held in the city of DeRidder, Louisiana on November 15, 2025 for the purpose of submitting to the electors residing in the city qualified under the Constitution and the laws of the state of Louisiana, a proposition for renewal of the levy and collection of Navarone property tax millage for the purpose of acquiring, construction, and improving police and fire protection facilities and equipment for the city and making application to the State Bond Commission in connection therewith.
Okay, we'll open the public hearing at this time and ask if there are any public comments. Hearing no response, public hearing is closed. Any remarks or questions from the council? Okay, may I have a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt as read.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Councilman Marcello?
Yes.
Councilman Hooper?
Yes.
Councilman Godfrey?
Yes.
Councilman Reynolds? Councilman LeBouf?
Yes.
President Larkin?
Yes, the motion being approved, the ordinance is now adopted by the council.
An ordinance amending chapter 10 Parks and Recreation by adding as Article 5 West Park ball fields, including establishing rules and regulations and fees for use thereof of the code of ordinances of the city of DeRidder and repealing all ordinances and parcel ordinances in conflict herewith.
This time I will open the public hearing and ask if there's any public comments. Hearing no response, public hearing is closed. Any remarks or questions from the council? Mr. Hooper?
Yes, who do I address my
The
questions?
mayor, it's not.
Mr. Williams.
Oh, Mayor.
Oh, Janice, yeah,
Yes,
Miss Janet,
Janice.
Miss Janet can help you. Would you
Ms.
stand
Janet,
up so we
can
can
you
hear you?
explain what the difference is in this and what we're currently doing?
Yes.
We charge something now,
Yes, now we're charging the $200 for the teams to actually use the field, where before it was actually a revolving $200 where they would get it back.
okay,
And still they have to show insurance and sign a contract.
okay. And then how do we plan to handle the restrooms, the bathrooms?
They will have, and there are there now, porta potties.
Okay,
The bathrooms will be locked due to the extent of damage that gets caused after hours.
okay. And then the lights, are they on automatic?
Yes, they are on timer, and if not, there's a button they can push.
Okay. And then explain the field crew, how does that work?
The
If-
field crew.
Yeah.
So, if there's a tournament and they want to use, Mr. Drawdy's, services to do the markings, he can do the markings and then leave, that's $75. And then if they want to have him stay there and prep the fields and then redo them in between, I think it's $150.
Okay, and there will be a schedule for, okay, there's 5 fields, there will be a schedule that goes by, and if you're not on the schedule and someone shows up and they have that field scheduled, how will that be handled?
You'll be asked to leave. So, when I did it, and it'll actually be Pete who will be doing it, there'll be a phone number that they'll call, and it'll be Pete, and I will have the schedule laminated, and they'll be on all 3 sides of the concession stand, and you can show it there, that's your team, and that you're out there for that's your reason, that's your permit you're holding, and that's your field. That should show, hey, this is my field. And then
Correct.
if that doesn't work, they'll call Pete, and Pete will come out there and ask them to leave, and usually with assistance of police.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. Godfrey?
I have one question,
Yes, sir.
Janet. So will that affect the contract with the, young man that we have to maintain that field?
Nope. Actually, he's included in it. He's the one that does the markings of the
Yeah, but
field.
I'm saying, you said that if they need to walk the field,
Mhm.
he'll come out, he'll charge them additional $75
Mhm.
plus what we pay for him to maintain the field.
Mhm. He actually gets that money.
So we don't get a cut on that for the city?
Nope. because he's,
Which is his responsibility to do anyway?
no, actually
So
not
we're
on
talking
those
about
days.
For this.
You're just talking about doing the season,
Yes,
this is the off-season.
this is
You're
off
talking
season,
about.
yes, yes,
Okay.
this is a whole different
Okay, totally.
free time thing.
I understand, yes, ma'am. I'm with you.
Just for clarification, so what you said at the beginning, you said that last year they were charged $200 and it was on a revolving basis, but they get it back.
Yes, sir.
And this year, they're just gonna be charged $200 for basic maintenance because of using the field, it's just an actual fee.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
No
Thank you.
refund.
Anyone else? May I have a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcelo?
Yes.
Councilman Hooper?
Yes.
Councilman Godfrey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Councilman Reynolds? Councilman LeBoot? President Larkin?
Yes, the motion being approved, the ordinance is now adopted by the council.
An ordinance authorizing the city of DeRidder, Louisiana to enter into an interagency agreement with the Boulevard Parish Sheriff for the purpose of providing offender laborers for use by the city upon its public roads, streets, levees, public buildings, public works, and public improvements, and repealing all ordinances and possible ordinances in conflict herewith.
This time I will open the public hearing and ask if there's any public comments. Okay, hearing no remarks, public hearing is closed. Any questions or comments from the council?
Adam.
That's who I was looking for. Yeah, Adam will answer those questions for you.
Yeah, I had back there.
No questions? I think you're good, sir. You're off the hook. Oh, Mr. Reynolds,
Are
sorry.
there any big differences between this and the original contract that we had with the state?
There is. First, that the DOC had terminated the contract and that we were paying out, as I understand it, approximately $45,000 of the $90,000. Some of that money goes to BARC, as I understand it, and then some of that money went $45,000 to the DOC for the prisoners, plus the cost of the equipment that was damaged, as well as food for the prisoners came out of our budget.
So what's the difference, I mean, what are the highlights, what are the differences between this contract and the previous one?
So starting with the top figure, I came out with a fixed cost of $120,000, which is the basic cost for the two individuals from the sheriff's office. I had a variable cost of about $10,000 for repair of equipment and such through the year. We won't be covering anything associated to, so they gave us a grand total of $130,000, sir. I started moving through this process for the days that were workable, divided by the amount of labor we have, which was 12 people, and we have an aggregate total of about $5.39 an hour for each individual that's out there performing duties. The contract, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
The contract, Sheriff Herford has indicated that the contract is very much wider than the previous contract. It was only ditches and grass. This can be utilized from all the departments. I've already arranged for a calendar for usage of the prisoners so that every department within the city has access to this labor pool. And that more hours. We move, yes, thank you. I'm sorry. We moved from about 5 to 6 hours in a day to 8 hours. And the cost of food will be absorbed by the sheriff. With my 45,000, potentially 10,000 from the fire department, Roy, we think we got the budget down to about $55,000 to $65,000. That would end up coming out of, I think, general funds, but I'm not speaking for Holly, and I don't know how that works.
So we went from 12 people to 10 people, but is that right? Didn't we have 12 on the other?
So we had a varying on the other. We will have 5 individuals, 2 teams, 5 each, with a guard,
Okay.
and a ratio of total of 5 to 1, with a ratio total of 12 people.
And that the previous, the number of inmates would fluctuate daily, like sometimes we didn't have but one or two, right?
Correct,
Previous.
correct.
This one, is there, I don't guess there's ever a guarantee, right?
Nah.
So it's gonna be the same, whatever's available?
Yes, sir.
But we're available up to these numbers. This is an ideal situation.
Correct, as
I got
I
you.
understand it. We've also indicated that in the contract with, the sheriff, that if approved by council, that if a guard is not present, he will have to substitute a guard for us to continue, as I so say, Charlie Mike, continue mission for meeting the needs of the city based off of the calendar that we developed and the tasks that are at hand for us to meet, like grass, like painting, and setting up the stage and cleaning up after parades and other.
Yep, is there any other, measures being put in place to avoid what happened last time that caused all this? Is there anything else extra that can be done or being considered?
We, do what?
He's vetting them.
Yeah, that is, and as far as, there was a question by KPLC which asked about the safety of the public.
Yeah.
One of the concerns that was associated with this was a 10 to 15 minute delay in reporting of a prison escape. So we feel like we have a stronger sense of control over the safety for the public. And I had narrowed the contract to a 3-year to see and assess where we were on a shorter runway to determine if this was something that was in the best interest of the city as well as the sheriff, and not a 5-year.
And if I may add, in regards to the safety concern, the deputy that will be with them, it has full equipment. He has radio communications with our dispatch center, with the sheriff's dispatch center. He is armed. He has pepper spray. He has handcuffs. So if he needs to take one of those inmates because they're acting out, he can contain them, call us or the SO, and we can rapidly respond there.
And we didn't have that before.
We didn't have that.
Right.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at, is what we can
Yes.
reassure folks now, and I think that may be worth repeating. Can you repeat? Say that
It's
one more
that
time.
the previous was, it was a corrections officer, but a lot of times they were not armed. And they, just had a cell phone as the only communications they had with their, prison. This way, that it's like having a deputy or police officer standing there watching these 4 or 5 individuals work, that is armed, in complete radio contact with the city, with our dispatch center, with the sheriff's office. So immediately, if anything happens, he can shut that whole thing down quickly.
I think that's great.
Mr. Marcello?
Adam, if I may ask, just to understand the full scope of the contract, are these prisoners used on an as-need basis, or will we see them being utilized 5 days a week, or how will we utilize them throughout the city?
I can see in a year's time, 251 working days,
Okay?
okay? And, my expectation is 251 working days at 8 hours a day with these individuals to perform the very tasks that we need for the city.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
I think it does, that they'll be working pretty regularly.
Absolutely.
It's not just on an as-need when we need to call somebody, you're gonna have something for them to do pretty regularly throughout the city.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
We-
Marcello, I
Yes,
think
sir.
one of the things would be, in talking to Mr. Williams, is he has a set standard of what they need to get done,
Okay?
but everything above and beyond can be scheduled into that. So, for example, if a building needs to be taken care of, then those prisoners during the time that Mr. Williams doesn't have can be scheduled to clean this building or paint the building or paint stripes or whatever is necessary for the city. So then we have the routine stuff with the grass and everything, but outside and beyond that, there's additional items that are always need to be done in parks and everywhere else that, this labor can be used for that purpose.
And you stated 251 days, which would have been a year, that's basically a 5-day,
It's gonna be.
that's 5 days a week.
Full days, so Monday through Thursday, it'll be 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
And then a half a day on Fridays.
That's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
it'll be 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Fridays.
Okay, thank you.
Their scope of work has been broadened
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Very much so.
Yes.
to include all duties as assigned.
Correct.
anything that you need them for. Plus, they're right here local, we don't have to, because we lost time going to pick them up, we lost time
Yes,
going
sir.
to take them back, we lost time
Mm.
feeding them,
Lunch.
we lost time.
That's correct.
All
Yes,
time,
sir.
we lost a lot of time. That's pretty important too. You just gained a lot of man hours.
Correct.
And again, going back to what Mr. Adams said, the safety, they're vetted by the sheriff's office. These are trustees, they're doing jobs around either at the sheriff's office or out in our city. So they are trustees. This is not just someone they just went and grabbed out of a cell that's been acting up. They're trustworthy. Both, trustworthy, we're gonna use that word.
Sure. Anyone else? May I have a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt.
Thank you. May I have a second? Reynolds, second with Mr. Godfrey. Okay, please call the roll.
Councilman Hooper?
Yes.
Councilman Godfrey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Councilman Marcello?
Yes.
Councilman Reynolds?
Yes.
Councilman LeBouf? President Larkin?
Yes, the motion being approved, the ordinance has been adopted by the council. We will now move to reports. Since the mayor is out, Chief Harlow, I'll ask you for your report at this time, unless he's giving you something to report.
There's nothing to report, we're just, continue to move forward. We did have staff meeting this morning, as we do every morning, and, everybody is ready to continue to keep the city moving forward to the mayor's return.
Awesome, sounds great. Any other directors have anything they would like to add at this time? Mr. Williams, and then we'll let you finish out, Chief.
So, RC Paving has completed Border Street, and I'm not quite clear on where the targets are next past this point, but I will be in conversation and forward that information to Ms. Glenn and to the council members. We're at about 75%, 70 to 75% complete with our overlay for the city, moving to the west side into your respective area and your respective area, and John Marcello's, Councilman John, I'm sorry. So we will this week at some point dedicate a couple, 3 hours to move through and to continue. Once completed, I will forward to you the color-coded overlay for the council members to look at to see what we saw. That's it.
Any other directors? Before Chief, I was asking y'all first. Good, okay. Chief?
Mr. President, all I have is some results from N&O. It was a spectacular night. We got nothing but high praise over it, and I think it was a very successful event to bring what its mission is, and that is bring the community together with law enforcement, first responders, build relationships, and just continue to work with that. Just some quick stats, so I don't take up everybody's time. We had on the clickers over 2,780 people click through the gates. We had over 80 student council members representing city and parish schools there. We couldn't have done it without the fire department, helping with this, the city for sure, the Beauregard Sheriff's Office, and our friends, the MPs at Fort Pope. They're always there for us. The comedy show that we did at the Civic Center was, if you came to it, you got to see the dance stop dancers there, and they did a phenomenal show. And we had they did a few comedy gun slinging skits there, and we gave a few prizes out. But there was over 220 to about 240 in attendance there at the Civic Center, which was to us a great success. So again, that's the wrap up of N&O. We're just now waiting to put it all together and send it to the national headquarters to be judged.
Mr.
We'll
President.
move, sure. I was gonna let you do that at your time. We're gonna
Okay.
now move to the council. Mr. Marcello, would you have any comments?
Well, thank you very much. No, I just wanted to also add on National Night Out, and to say that I couldn't have been more proud of our city of DeRidder and our police department, sheriff department, all of those. And I just want you to mention to Miss Jackie Harrington that the council was recognizing her tonight. I know there are many, many that helped and involved, but to organize the quality of a program that she did was outstanding. And I think it made us all very, very much proud of that and appreciate her. And I'm sure she doesn't get overtime for doing that, and that was she does a phenomenal job. Just a couple of things since you threw it to me now.
Yeah, it's yours.
All right. On August the 27th, and I hope everybody marks this down on August 27th. We have a citizen in our community, Miss Lou T. Smith, is going to turn 105 years old. And that is, if you haven't met Miss Lou T., she is amazing and extremely inspirational. So it'll be at her house the evening, I think around 5 o'clock on Carlisle Street. Let's see, National Night Out. I think it's week before last, went to the LMA conference week before last. Besides coming back with about an extra 5 pounds, there are a few things I did bring back that I thought were useful from that conference. They mentioned that the biggest dissatisfaction, I know this doesn't happen in our municipality, the biggest dissatisfaction that people have with municipalities is that they don't get their phone calls returned. Well, I know that doesn't happen here, but that was one of the things I thought was very interesting in others. I gave Holly a name of a person to call about possibly being able to lower the city's gasoline and diesel fuel cost of worth looking into. Just to throw some figures out, this company said that, and they work with many, many cities, they said they can get it about, or they're getting it, maybe the same what we're doing now, I don't know, about 11 cents a gallon above cost, and about for regular gasoline, and for diesel, about 16 cents above, just above gallon for diesel. Worth looking into. Gave Adam some information, and he may have looked into it just to compare, a name of a group to contact about possible grants that's out there between $50,000 to $500,000. This is a common problem with many cities, and that's blight. The expense to go through the process of getting it, then demolition for that. So there are grants that are out there that can help offset some of that cost. I am going to encourage supervisors, when you can, go to an LMA conference to stay up to date on changes in federal regulations regarding employees, wages, and taxes. There may have a system that you do that now, but there is surely some good information that came out. Big changes this year as far as taxes, and Holly, I'm sure, is aware of that, is regarding overtime for employees, the way that is taxed or now not taxed. And lastly, the mayor of Baton Rouge, and I cannot think of his name.
Sid Edwards.
Who is that?
Sid Edwards.
Super guy. He was a former high school football coach who said he never thought in the world he'd be elected as mayor. And he was, and he was talking about his job, not so much councilman, but his job, but I felt it kind of related to councilman, the way it applied. He said that this job is not rocket science. And I don't think councilman's job is rocket science for me. And he said what it's about. He said it's mainly about just loving and wanting to help people. And I thought that was certainly a nice thing that he said in the way he handles his job as a mayor.
Awesome. Thank you. Councilman Reynolds? Councilman Hooper? Councilman LeBeau? Councilwoman Woods?
I also attended the LMA, and it was my first time. I really enjoyed the prayer breakfast, and like he said, every time you turn around, it's feeding you. So if anybody can know how to do the lasagna, boudin lasagna, let me know, because I love that. But I learned some things through the Coca-Cola Foundation, how we can, possibly have money that when it comes to helping clean up the city. I mean, just phenomenal stories. And how we want to present ourselves as a city of DeRidder, how we tell our story. Just different ways to do that. But it was informative. I was glad I was able to go to the ethics meeting, so I don't have to watch that video for school. So I can give a sticker for that. And just had a phenomenal time. Met some people, met some sorority sisters that were council people in different places, and really enjoyed Mr. Sid's thing at the prayer breakfast, because that's when he spoke. and the choir they had was phenomenal. They could sing. I want to throw my shoe at them. And I did have a couple of questions for Mr. Adams, but I'll just wait till after the meeting.
Okay, thank you. Council, nothing? Okay, if there's no further business, this